Hey guys, it's Sarah. I am so proud of myself. This is like the third video I've made this week, and I've been just posting videos consecutively, and I thought I would never be able to do that in college. But I'm trying to post as much as I can when I can, because I know later on in the semester there'll be a ton of work to do. But anyway, I don't know how to start this video other than saying that there's still a lot of stuff going on, stuff I missed in the last video, but it's still related to Louis in his interviews and stuff. So anyway, here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. Okay, so basically, before I go into more info on Louis' recent interviews with Steve and stuff I missed, if you guys haven't watched my last couple videos, I suggest you watch those first because that's like the basis, like the foundation of all of this. This is like extra stuff. So this video is an add-on to all that. And if you've already watched those videos, then just stay here. So basically, after filming my last video, I went over to the comments and a lot of you were saying, Sarah, you missed this topic, you missed this topic. And that's only because I didn't find out the information until after filming it. So this video is making up for that. So basically, what a lot of you wanted me to talk about was Louis' comment about Steve's hair. And yeah, that seems like a really stupid topic, but you'll get it once I go more into it. So this says, Louis compliments Steve's long hair and then immediately says, now all you need is a British accent. Louis thinks you're winning if you're a bloke who pairs gorgeous long hair with a British accent. So basically, Louis' exact words, he says, look at it, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. Pair that with a British accent, you're winning. And just for proof, here's the video of him saying that.
My eyes are watering right now.
It's so good. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm obviously going to say you've got best hair in the world, Steve. Obviously, I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful hair.
Pair that with a British accent, you're winning.
So yeah, people could argue that that means nothing. He was just complimenting Steve's hair. But the fact that in order to be gorgeous in Louis Tomlinson's eyes, all you need is long hair and a British accent, doesn't that sound familiar? Yeah. But also going more into the questions that the interviewers were asking, it seemed like they had an agenda. It seems like all the questions directed towards Louis were more personal stuff, and then all the stuff directed towards Steve was about the music. It was handled very differently, and no, it wasn't like that for all the interviews, it was just some. But this says, we've seen visual evidence of it in 2 interviews now, first with Seacrest and today with 92.3 AMP. They both look down at their scripts and look at the talking points and then bring up the first birthday. Guys, it's a literal talking point in every interview. They were given a script, a sheet of talking points, and Freddie's first birthday is in there and has to be covered. I can't believe they're literally using it as a selling point for promo. Wow. I've seen that a lot on Twitter. People are saying that they're using the topic of Freddie for the Just Hold On promo. Because I mean, it's been mentioned in every single interview. And guys, it was to the point where the interviewers gave Louis a cake. And I'm going to be going into more topic on that. He said he wrote a birthday card for Freddie and it was the first writing he'd done for his son. He couldn't think of anything to say in the card, and when asked about the interviewer if he had any advice for his son, all he could think of was work hard. I literally can at this point. Okay, I watched that interview and I kind of cringed just a little bit. Out of all the things that Louis could have said to Freddie, out of all the advice he could have given him, you give a 1-year-old advice of work hard? And at first he was like, I don't know. Literally every time Louis talks about Freddie, it seems like he's less and less excited each time. But now going more into the cake. It says, I gotta say, that bit with the birthday cake, the advice for his son, was kind of stupid and ridiculous, mostly because he once again couldn't come up with any believable answers. Let's not even try with good answers anymore. If he had just written a card to his son and said he felt pressured about it, because as he said, it was the first thing he had written to his kid, wouldn't he be able to share some of that advice he wrote on it? But literally his advice to a 1-year-old is work hard, don't take yourself seriously. This is a 1-year-old. The hilarious part is when he was first asked, his first answer was, oh, I don't know. Didn't he just write a card? It was cringy, but honestly, I was just laughing too hard. His face gave it away too. He was just so weirded out and unenthusiastic about the cake. He was staring at it while the guy was holding it, wondering what on earth to do with it. That description was actually on point. It says they brought a cake to the interview, like, what was the point? I'm screaming, and Louis said, keep the cake. What's he supposed to do with the cake? Hold on to it for the next couple of days until he goes back to LA? Is he smuggling it on the plane in his carry-on? That's exactly what I thought. Why would they even give him that? This says, in what world would you give a man a cake for his son's birthday on a radio show to promote his EDM club single collaboration? Yes, that's also what I was thinking. It makes no sense. Louis is there to talk about his song, the EDM song with Steve Aoki. and then you're just gonna talk about Freddie, his first birthday, and you're gonna bring a cake? Like, okay, I know they're trying to do a nice gesture and be polite and, you know, congratulations, Louis, but it was kind of cringy. It was not appropriate. And Louis was just looking at it the whole time. Like, it was so weird. And it says, can interviewers in Louis' team just not ask Louis about Freddie? How about you focus on just hold on, because that's why you're there. Like, fuck you, Louis' team. Louis deserves better. Exactly. Fuck. This says he performed yesterday and it was a very good performance, but somehow they couldn't just talk about it and how he felt and what he thought or what they're doing professionally like any other artist interviewed in radio. No sir, the first question they had to ask was how the birthday was, as if 1, someone cared outside the fandom, 2, someone wanted to know outside the fandom, 3, the thing was relevant to the reason why he's guest on a radio with Steve. The interview lasted 6 minutes and they spent like, what, 3 minutes talking about his son? Wow. From someone who asked for privacy and keeps saying his time with his son is low-key and precious, and perhaps just see us because they come with my job, I would expect to blacklist the topic on for the host and not to ask anything, because I doubt any radio host is actually interested in Louis Tomlinson's baby birthday unless they are told to ask. And yet this baby has been the most important and main topic of every single interview since promo day 1. The one that is always guaranteed, and the one that every publication writes about, and then mentions in just one line that Louis has a song called Just Hold On. It's also funny that all the personal questions are directed at Louis. No one ever asked Steve any personal questions. How's your mom? How's your wife? How did you meet? Plan on having children anytime soon? It's such a stark contrast between how the two different teams are pushing different agendas. I've mentioned this before, and that is so true. I'm not even kidding, guys. It's just come to a point where I'm just so numb to all this baby shit. I've been talking about Babygate for what? More than 2 years? This is what my channel has turned into. I started making One Direction vids to do with Babygate. That's why I did this shit. And the fact that it hasn't even ended. Like, they talk about Freddie just so much, like, and I'm tired of talking about it. And guys, not even that, I heard this today. It says, Louis was asked by an interview about shipping and fanfics. So guys, are you ready for bullshit 2.0? What the fuck? Guys, we already know that if he gets asked about that, it won't be good. He'll probably give a media-trained bullshit answer. So this person tweeted at Ben Harvey and said, hey, great to see you with Louis today. I felt like it was 2012 all over again. And he said, yeah, it was cool to finally meet him. And yes, I did ask a shipping question. And of course, that person was a Larry account. And then in this account, Louis Troy Austin says, Louis, how do you feel about the fan fiction? And Ben Harvey said, I asked about fan fiction for you. And here are some opinion posts from some of the fans. So it says, let me get this straight. An anti asked Ben Harvey to ask Louis about fanfics because they wanted to bait an anti-Larry response out of him. That's so sweet of them. And then on top of that, Ben Harvey also asked him about shipping and responded to a Larry on Twitter about it, as if they had asked for the question when they never did. The fact that the anti's name is Louis Troy Austin on Twitter, honestly tag yourself. I'm the anti choosing their Twitter name based off of Louis' birth name. The name Louis was given after the father who abandoned him. The name Louis was given off of the man who eventually goes on to talk shit about him to the press multiple times. The name that was changed many years ago. Oh, and I'm also the fact that an anti chooses to have an interviewer ask Louis a dumb and awkward question, one that he's answered before, rather than ask a question about things related to his career, which is what he's there to promote. Wow, antis just respect Louis so much, right? Antis do all they can to force an interview question about shipping and Larry's because they know there's only one question he can give. There's literally no way he can answer with anything other than a denial, and they're so pathetic. It says Louis and Steve have an interview tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and he tweeted that he asked him a shipping question and a question about fics. His Twitter is DJ Ben Harvey if you want to take a look. And they said, remember that their team has to check the questions being asked if they ask about shipping and fanfics. It will be the perfect time to destroy Larry Moral. And this fan tweets at Ben Harvey, add this to your question list. This is so important than Louis' height. Ask Louis what's his reaction when this tweet gets 2.3 million retweets, and does he know this is the second most retweeted tweet in history? Thanks. To be honest, if antis or anybody are going to ask Louis an unrelated career type of question, ask about Always in My Heart tweet. Don't directly ask all those Larry questions and any other question. I actually personally do want to know how Louis feels about the Always in My Heart tweet and how he feels about it being the second most retweeted tweet. I don't think that's an invasive question. I think the interviewers can play it off innocently if they want to. So yeah, guys, the only reason why an anti asked the interviewer to ask a Larry question is because they want Louis to deny it. They know that Louis would give a type of media trained answer, because all this anti wants to do is go and tell us Larry's I told you so. But these antis are so stupid because you're getting a fake answer from Louis. You already know what he's going to say. So why would you ask this question just so Louis could say that, just so you can go tell us I told you so? Like, you're wasting your fucking time. I'm not gonna ask an interviewer, oh, can you ask Louis about if he's really dating Danielle? Can you ask him about if he has a baby? Just so I can say, see, antis, I told you. No, I don't have time for that. I don't need Louis to answer those questions. If I believe that I think something is real or whatever, I don't need Louis to say it for me. I don't need to ask an interviewer to ask him. I don't need to prove anything or confirm anything to antis. You know why? Because I don't give a shit about antis. I don't need to prove anything to them. They're wasting their time. They're the immature ones. We should just ignore them. To be honest, they're pissing me off just as much as the interviewers are pissing me off by talking about this Freddie shit. And whoa, I just ranted, but that is my real opinion on this. But on a lighter note, it says Steve Aoki was wearing rainbow socks and Louis deadass said, nice socks, strong socks. I love when Louis can make my day better. And now one last thing I'd like to read to wrap up this video. It says, shout out to Louis and Harry for maintaining a true, grown-ass, healthy, strong relationship that's allowing them to survive some of the hardest and most disgusting celebrity closeting the world has ever seen, on top of their own tragedies in their personal lives. Keep on keeping on, my tiny sons. You're gonna win this time, and you still have an army of Larrys behind you listening to what you're really saying and always rooting for you. We love the fuck out of you guys. I feel the same exact fucking way.
Yes! 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 Keep it going, keep it going! Oh! Okay.
I'm just, yeah.
Does it do this?
The code, yeah, as well. Either, whichever decision I do, you should say, yeah.
Then we'll go right for the
Yes, sure. We can't have him now.
Yeah.
It's not relaxed. You don't really look at that, but that's not.
No, it's part nice.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, why you're here? I gotta talk to you with parents on this, but you can.
With the H or without?
We're matching our hats.
How do you do well, that hat?
Sorry, I'm like giving you a lesson on grammar.
So anyway, guys, that's all the news I could think about for today. If I missed anything, leave it down below. And also, if I did miss anything, it's probably because I didn't hear about it yet. Anyway, like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.